is that the judges have been trained first for an hour about all the guidelines separately, then with each group, what they are looking for the answer to the question have been again given half an hour to discuss it. So whatever we could do to train the judges, that has been done, and that's why I'm not bringing that to my announcements. And timekeeper, I will say, since the time allotted is 5 minutes, so the first bell is 4 minutes 30 seconds, second bell is 5 minutes, and the third bell is 5 minutes 30 seconds. So participants, don't worry until the third bell rings. But when this is the third bell, that is when, if possible, start saying Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, just so that you don't lose marks. But if you think it's important for you to say something, even if the time has gone, that is okay. Okay? So any questions on that time and the bell? Anybody has any questions? And so judges, just one announcement. The second group judges want to meet separately. So Harjeet Singh, Penji utthe wait kar rahe ne. You can meet in a separate room. And now Jobin Singh is going to be making the announcements and bringing the participants one after another. We are not going to take any break in between 4 groups. We will get it done. Break will be, langar will be only when all 4 groups are done. And I have talked to the judges about if they can stay for award ceremony, but as the time goes by, if they are not here, then we will go by with Pai Sab, and the award ceremony will be today. Also, just an information for the Sangat members, if there was a participant in the local Gurdwara and you did not receive your money and also your plaque, it's available here today. Anybody can take for the other participants who did not get to have those. Also, just to let you know, this we never do before, but this year for Texas Regional competition, along with the plaque, the first prize winner will get $50 cash, second prize winner will get $40 cash with plaque, and the third one will get $30 cash with plaque, and participants, everybody will get $20 cash and the plaque. And if anybody is speaking in Punjabi, then they will get $25 just to get the award that they are speaking in Punjabi, but no marks are given for that, whether you speak in Punjabi or in English. So, ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ information ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸੀਗਾ. ਹੁਣ first name, I think we are going to ask Jobin Singh to come and pick up one name, and then he will make the announcement. So as soon as the participant is done, judges, Jobin Singh will start doing the 2-minute on the time clock. And after 2 minutes, I mean, so he can make announcement and get the second participant ready and fix all the, where the participant wants to stand, which table they want to go for, that's okay. But make sure that you don't get disturbed until you say yes, only then we will, after 2 minutes, repeat the name again. So don't worry about the names. What is the next name coming up? Okay, here is the first one.
The first participant is Saj Kaur.
And the names, how they are spelled, are written there. Also, participants, when you are done, we will take you to the Chaur Seva until the next participant comes. Okay? And we will set you up. Is that enough, or is that good? Okay, hold on. If you don't like the voice, you can stop and we can restart. Okay, good job. Judges, Sahaj Kaur.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। गुरसतगुर का जो सिख खाए सब पल के ओठर नाम ते आवे. A true Sikh live her life by Guru's principles. Naam Japna, reciting Vaheguru's name. Kirat Karni, work, live and practice honestly. Vand ke chakna, sharing with others. Sikhs never cut their hair. They accept their body the way Vaheguruji created it. Man niva de mat uchi. Sikh have a kind heart and intellectual thought process. Sant de sipahi. One who have the qualities of both saint and the soldier. A true Sikh shows the courage to stand with who can't stand for themselves. She inspires others to fight social injustice. A Gursikh child starts her day by greeting Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. An ideal Sikh recites Gurbani, Japji Sahib in the morning, Rehra Sahib in the evening, and Soila Sahib before going to bed. I sit with my parents when they read Gurbani. I have been learning Gurbani Kirtan. Last year I participated in the Himkund Kirtan competition, and with Guru's grace my team won first place. Taking care of long hair is part of a Gursikh child's daily routine. Guru Sahib said, Rehat pyari mujhko, Sikh pyara nahi. A Sikh without discipline is not a true Sikh. So I tried to be consistent and finish my work on time. Sat barak jan janya, Satgur tiska nao, tiske sang sikh utere, Nanak har gun gao. Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He taught us that there is only one God who created this universe. In the era of false customs and superstitions, Guru Sahib gave us a very logical and practical way to live our life. He taught us equality, kindness, bravery, and how to live with pride. The same principles were preached by all Sikh Gurus. In 1708, 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, declared Guru Granth Sahib Ji as his successor. Our present Guru, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, contains all the teaching and knowledge of Sikh Gurus and many other saints. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is our true Guru. In Ardas, we always recite the words, Sab Sikhan ko hukam hai, Guru manyo Granth. It's our Guru's hukam to bow down none other, but only to Guru Granth Sahib Ji. When a Sikh bow down to Guru Granth Sahib, she submit herself to Guru, commits to follow Guru's principles. Sir jave ta jave, mere Sikhi zadak na jave. A Sikh must be humble and kind. When a Sikh bowed down to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, she also shed her ego. As Bhagat Kabir Ji said, Hum kukar tere darbar, I am nothing but a dog of Vaheguru's house. Today, we gathered at the Gurdwara Sahib. Gurdwara Sahib is where the Sikh community gathers to pay respect to Guru Granth Sahib Ji and listens to Gurbani Kirtan. In the Gurdwara Sahib, we always need to maintain the gesture of respect to keep the dignity of the place. Gurdwara Sahib is not limited to worship, but is also to provide opportunities for like-minded people to meet and organize many community-driven events. This symposium is a good example. Gurdwara Sahib also provides us Khalsa school, where we learn how to read and write Gurmukhi. We learn about our history. I joined Gatka camps organized by Gurdwara Sahib to learn Sikh martial arts. I visited many historical Gurdwaras in India, like Gurdwara Bangla Sahib and Gurdwara Sheesh Ganj, where I learned about how Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji gave his life to save Kashmiri Pandits. I learned that there are 5 big Gurdwaras at Delhi, created by Sardar Paghel Singh in 1783. He played a very important role in Sikh religious and political establishment. We also visited Harmandir Sahib, also known as Darbar Sahib, at Amritsar. I learned why it's called the Golden Temple, because in 1762, a brave Sikh ruler, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, covered it with gold. I visit Gurdwara Sahib every Sunday and encourage you all to join the Gurbani Kirtan and other activities. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Great job, Sahaj Kaur.
The next speaker will be Saiba Kaur. Judges, the next speaker is Saiba Kaur.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. A Sikh is a student of the school of Guru. Gur Satgur Kajo Sikh Akhave, so Palke return Nam De Ave. A Sikh follows the teachings of the Guru, like the Golden Rules. Kirth Karna, honest living, Nam Japna, meditate on the Lord's name, Fun Chikna, share with others. We can only call ourselves followers of the Guru if we always remember Vaheguru. A Sikh knows Guru is always with you and me. Guru Mere Sang Sada Hai Nale. A Sikh is one who has been brought under Guru's discipline and wears our 5 Ks. They don't do drugs, alcohol, or smoking. They don't cut hair. They don't bow to anyone or anything except Guru Granth Sahib. A typical day for a good Sikh child starts with waking up early in the morning, greeting family members with Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru means wow, Guru. What a beautiful life you have given us. A good Sikh child keeps body healthy by eating healthy food, water, and exercise daily, gets good sleep, listens to parents and teachers' instructions. A Sikh child is helpful, kind, loving and grateful, hardworking and humble. Like when my friend Daisy wanted to get Jell-O, but she did not have any lunch money, so I bought it for her. That is bought in morning and night. I listen to Japji Sahib in the morning and Ras Sahib at night. Remember, God is always near and be honest. Our true Guru is Vaheguru, the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of our whole universe. Guruji says, Sab Sikhin ko hukm hai, Guru manyo Granth. Our present Guru is Guru Granth Sahib, the wisdom Guru, where teachings of Gurus and other spiritual beings are written. The Gurus are not ordinary school teachers or martial arts teachers. Guru is an enlightened spiritual being who can help us lead a happy and peaceful life. Guru can help us overcome challenges and fears in our daily lives. Like at the school carnival, I was watching people do backflips, but I was too scared. Then I thought of the Guru, and that led me to be brave. And I did the backflips on the trampoline, tied him in a harness. I loved it and wanted to do more. I was really thankful to Vaiguru for that experience. Guru Sahib says, Baban Guru Bani Pita Mata Tat Mahat. I bow to the Guru and no one else. This means I'm pledging to obey the principles of life, like truthfulness, living, hard work, meditation on Nam, or share with less fortunate ones. As laid down by a Guru, I surrender my mind to the Guru and pray to the Guru to help me get better at the mistakes I make and learn new things every day. When I go to the Gurdwara, I matadik to the Guru, thanking Vaheguru for a loving family, beautiful days, a cozy home, and all of the comforts of life. Bowing to the Guru is a sign of respect and love. We go to the Gurdwara because it's a spiritual center for Sikhs. Our daily values are displayed there. I go there to learn Gurbani, pray, sing shabads, or be in the company or sangat of other Sikhs. I love going to Khalsa school Gurdwara and love to eat langar. I always feel like langar has a special ingredient. It must be the hard work of sangat and the love of the Guru. Personally, I think it's paneer, but don't tell my mom that. Sangat is a tradition started by Gurus. It promotes equality, justice for all. Everyone is served the same food, sitting at the floor on the same level. It gives everyone the opportunity of doing selfless service, and I also try to help sometimes. On returning home, we try to recollect what we had heard in the Gurdwara that day. I learned about Shri Harmandir Sahib, Golden Temple. It is a symbol of human brotherhood and equality. There are 4 doors representing equality of all 4 directions and all religions. It was started by Guru Ram Das Ji and completed by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. They included a Muslim, Sami Amir, and laying the foundation, showing equality. The first Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Adi Granth, processed at Shri Harmandir Sahib, Nankana Sahib. This is where our first Guru, Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, was born. Satguru Nanak Bargataya, in the house of Mata Tripta Ji and Mehta Kalu. It is now in Pakistan. Mukatsar Sahib. Here, Mike Bago motivated and brought back 46 to fight alongside Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They laid down their lives for the cause of truth and justice and were forgiven by the Guru. Therefore, they were liberated or called Mukti. And so, the Gurdwara is called Shri Mukatsar Sahib. I'm planning to visit these Gurdwaras this summer. I want to thank the Guru and Sangat for this learning opportunity. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Great job, Saiba Kaur. Judges, the next participant is Moja Singh. Judges, the next participant is Moja Singh.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह मेरा नाम मोजा सिंह है I'll be presenting on the basic knowledge of Sikhism. Just a Guru Granth Sahib, O Sikh Guru da, Jera Naam Jape, O Sikh Guru da, O Sikh Chudra, Jera Kirt Kare, Usse Guruda, Jadawan Jashake, Usse Guruda, Uda Tejura Sambe, Usse Guruda. Adults believe only in Ik Oankar. That means the creator, preserver, and destroyer of the universe is the one almighty only. Six, do not worship idols. Gursik, they should be like following. Get up early in the morning, greet everyone with Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Daily take bath, keep his hair neat and tidy. Put cut turban or dumala before going to school. Do part in the morning, evening, and before going to bed. Study well, never tells lies. Feels that Waheguru is always with me. Mera sang sreha nale Guru, mera sang sreha nale. Sikhism was founded by Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Sikhs have 11 gurus. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Shri Guru Angad Dev Ji, Shri Guru Amaras Ji, Shri Guru Ramdas Ji, Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Shri Guru Hargobind Ji, Shri Guru Harayat Ji, Shri Guru Harkrishan Ji, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Our 11th Guru, present Guru, is Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. In 1708, Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji declared that Guru Granth Sahib Ji will be the Guru of the old-time Sikhs. So Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is our true Guru only. Mata Tik before Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji means giving up our ego and mind to follow Guru's wisdom. Sikhs visit the Gurdwara Sahib to take blessings from Waheguru, listen to Gurbani and Kirtan, and learn from Sangam. Sikhs are more deeply engrossed by Gurbani when engaged in Sangat. Also, Sikhs do Seva in Langar. I learned about the following Gurdwara Sahib. Gurdwara Shri Nankana Sahib. This was built at the birthplace of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This is now in Pakistan. Gurdwara Shri Darbar Sahib. This is at Amritsar. This was placed at the middle of a beautiful sarovar which was started by Shri Guru Ramdas Ji and completed by Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Gurdwara Sahib, this is famous as being called the Golden Temple. Gurdwara Shri Keshgढ़ Sahib, this was built at Anandpur Sahib. Here in 1999 on Baisakhi, Guru Gobind Singh Ji established the Khalsa and chose the Panch Pyare. Bhai Daya Singh Ji, Bhai Dharam Singh Ji, Bhai Himmat Singh Ji, Bhai Mohkam Singh Ji, Bhai Sahib Singh Ji. Guru said, Khalsa is my true form. I dwell in the Khalsa. Khalsa is my main support. I'm always with the Khalsa. We are the Khalsa, the mighty, mighty Khalsa. We are the Khalsa, the mighty, mighty Khalsa. Wherever we go, people want to know who we are, so we tell them. We are the kids of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. We are the Khalsa, mighty, mighty Khalsa. We are the Khalsa, the mighty, mighty Khalsa. जो बोले सो निहाल। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Great job, Moja Singh. The next participant is Suhani Kaur.
Say judges.
Judges, the next speaker is Suhani Kaur.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह मेरा नाम सुहानी कौर है and today I'm going to talk to you about Sikhism. But first, I need to remind you that before becoming a Sikh, Muslim, Hindu, or a Christian, let's become a good human first. A Sikh is a student of Vaheguru. A Sikh wakes up early, greets his family with respect, and stays clean by brushing his teeth, taking a bath, putting on clean clothes, and combing his hair. A Sikh kid does daily. A Sikh kid takes care of his body and mind by eating good food, doing sports, and by learning. A Sikh kid does bath daily and loves Vaheguru from his heart. Our first Guru is Guru Nanak Dev Ji and our 10th Guru is Guru Gobind Singh Ji. He said our eternal Guru is Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And Sikhs believe in one God and Vaheguru. I love the Shabad. Ikadata, Samana Jiya ka ikadata, so may whistle die. By the way, did you know that Guru Granth Sahib Ji has all of the answers to our questions? It tells us everything we need to know about our Ikadata and Vaheguru. I love it. I think that's incredible. I come to the Gurdwara and do Mata to show respect, and I also make a pledge to follow the words written in Guru Granth Sahib Ji with love. Coming to Gurdwara helps us focus on Vaheguru. If I say no, I will probably just watch TV and play video games. But how will I go and learn important lessons? Coming to Gurdwara also teaches me the proper way to behave. When my parents took me to India, I went to the Golden Temple, which is so beautiful and peaceful. It's the holiest place for Sikhs. I also went to Taran Gurdwara, which is where Guruji had built a hospital to take care of sick people. My wish is to go to Nikana Sahib, which is where Guruji had built where Guruji is born, where the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I love coming to Gurdwara because I love Vaheguru, who is always taking care of us. And I love to see my friends there too. If you want to learn more about Sikh child, you like to listen to my favorite poem. एक छोटा बच्चा देता सच्चा करो गुरुजी मिलेंगे रोज पाठ करने में टाइम नहीं मिलेंगे ता गुरुजी मिलेंगे राजा तबला बजाओ में कीर्तन गाव में ता गुरुजी मिलेंगे वडिया गल मन की सेवा करिए ता गुरुजी मिलेंगे वाहिगुरु करना करनी वडी डरना ता गुरुजी मिलेंगे वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
That was Suhani Kaur. The next participant is Maneet Singh. Judges, this is Maneet Singh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੈ? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖ ਦੀ ਪਰਿਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਲੱਭਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ? ਆਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਤਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਸ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਦੀ ਪਰਿਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਸਮਝਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੇ। 2001 ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ 10 ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਅਤੇ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਪੰਜ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੋਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਦਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪੰਜ ਕਕਾਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਆਖਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਪੰਜ ਕਕਾਰ ਹਨ: ਕੰਗਾ, ਕੇਸ਼, ਕਰਾ, ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਅਤੇ ਕਸ਼ੇਰਾ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਵੀ ਤਾਣ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਰਹਿਣੀ ਹੈ ਸੋਈ ਸਿੱਖ ਮੇਰਾ, ਵਾਹ ਠਾਕੁਰ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਚੇਰਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਰਤ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੱਗੇ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਗੁਰ ਸਾਤੁਰ ਕਾ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਖਾਏ ਸੋ ਪਲ ਕੇ ਉਠ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਵੇ। ਸਿੱਖ ਬੱਚੇ ਉਹ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਸਕੂਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੱਚ ਮਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਭਾਵ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਭੇਦਭਾਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਅਤੇ ਰਾਤ में ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਵੇਲੇ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਵਕਤ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਰਮਾਇਆ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਸਾਸ ਗਰਾਸ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਮੇਰਾ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਸੋ ਗੁਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਨ ਪਾਵੇ। ਦਸਾਂ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਨ। ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੇ ਤਾਣੀ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਭਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਰਮਾਇਆ ਹੈ, ਬਾਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਣੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸਾਰੇ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਜੇ ਹੈ ਸੇਵਕ ਜਾਨ ਮਾਨੇ ਪੁਤਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ। ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਦਾ ਸੀਸ ਸਿਰਫ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੀ ਚੁੱਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅੱਗੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੱਤ ਤਿਆਗ ਕੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਮੱਤ ਅਪਣਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਤੋਂ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਬਣ ਸਕੀਏ। ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਦਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਅਬ ਕਾਤੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਨਾਕਾਮ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਪਜ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ, ਭਾਵ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਸੰਗਤ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਿਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਬਾਬਾ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੇ। ਇਹ ਉਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਾਇਆ, ਪਰ ਹਾਰ ਨਾ ਮੰਨੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੱਥ ਖੰਡਾ ਤੇ ਦੂਜਾ ਹੱਥ ਸੀਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਲੜਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਗੰਜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਮਿਲੇ। ਇੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਲਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੀਸ ਦਾ ਬਲਿਦਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਪਾਈ ਸੀ। ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਦਰਖਤ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਹੇਠਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੀਸ ਦਾ ਬਲਿਦਾਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਖੂਹ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਤੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਨ। ਇਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਹੀ ਦੂਰੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਟਰਕਾਲ ਗੰਜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਲਿਖੀ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦਾ ਆਤਮ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਸਾਡੀ ਚੋਲੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੈ। ਆਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਦਾਤ ਦੇ ਮਾਰਗ ਤੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
That was Maneet Singh. The next participant is Avir Singh. Judges, this is Avir Singh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I will start with who's a Sikh. A person is considered to be a Sikh only after he's been brought under the Guru's discipline. Any person who worships one God, takes advice and guidance from the lives and teachings of the 10 Gurus, takes the Amrit from the Pyanjo Pyaris, is a Sikh. The word Sikh means disciple or learner. Sikhs believe in 3 golden rules of Sikhi. Kirat karo, vanda choka, naam japo. A Sikh wears a turban to cover his long hair and with respect to God. Sikh the lifestyle, he Sikhi dar prachar hai. An ideal Sikh child gets up early in the morning and greets all his members of his family with the salutation, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. After this, he completes his usual cleaning operations. He wears a turban and recites Gurbani daily. He does not tell I like to get up early in the morning and greet my parents and give them a hug first thing in the morning. I listen to Japji Sahib Path while I'm getting ready for the school. I take the blessings off the Gurus. I listen to my favorite Shabbat in the car while going to school. Nanak Aya, Kal Taren Gur Nanak Aya. I finish my homework before going to bed at night. I always say thank you to God for everything and recite Mo Mantar. Enkunkar Satnam Kartaport Nepal Nevena Kalmut Juni 7 Gupa Sajap. Achach Tigachach Habisach Nana Kosi Bisach. Wajimekana. Thank you for everything. Now my next question is, who's a true Guru? In 1708, at Nanded, Guru Gobind Singh Ji declared that Guru Granth Sahib Ji will be our all-time Guru of the Sikhs. So present Guru is Guru Granth Sahib Ji, which contains all the hymns of the Gurus. The Guru of Sikhs is Shabad Gyan Bebek. Guru Mera Gyan, Guru Dhyan. Guru is my Gyan, knowledge or wisdom. The Guru is ever within my heart. This is my meditation, Dhyan. Guru Te Gyan, Nam Ratin Pai. The jewel of Gyan, wisdom, is obtained from the Guru. When a Sikh goes to Gurdwara and does Mata Tek before Guru Granth Sahib Ji, it implies that he pledges to obey the commandments of the Gurus and submits himself to the Guru. We have to bow before Guru Granth Sahib Ji only as he's our all-time Guru. It also makes us feel humble and reduce our ego. Sikhs do Mata Tek before the Guru to pay their respects and regards. I bend down to touch the feet of an elderly person or my grandparents. It's our custom to express respect to them, and it's also practiced as good manners. It's important for Sikhs to go to Gurdwara. Gurdwara is a place of worship. We visit the Gurdwara to adore God and sing His attributes. Besides all, Gurdwara is used for learning Punjabi and Kirtan. I like to come to Gurdwara every Sunday to learn Punjabi, and I learned about my Sikh culture and history of our 10 Gurus from my Virsa class teacher. After listening to our Das, I can't wait for my favorite Karla Prasad. Another great importance of Gurdwaras are marriage ceremonies, happening in the way of Sikh custom. I've learned about Gurdwaras, its importance while learning about the history of the 10 Gurus. Gurdwara Sri Bangla Sahib. This Gurdwara is located in New Delhi at the place where Guru Har Krishan Ji stayed. A free hospital is being run here adjacent to the Gurdwara named Guru Har Krishan Hospital for the benefit of all the communities. Sri Nankana Sahib. This Gurdwara is built at the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This place old named Talwandi, now in Pakistan. Shri Darbar Sahib Taran. This Gurdwara is located at a distance of 24 kilometers from Amritsar. This Gurdwara was built by Guru Arjan Dev Ji and has a Sarovar tank besides it. The Guru had opened a big hospital at this place for treatment patients suffering from leprosy. My all-time favorite Gurdwara will always be Singh Sabha Gurdwara Richardson, where I love to come every Sunday to learn about Sikh history here. I've made really good friends. I'm proud to be a Sikh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Avir Singh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਗਰੁੱਪ 1 ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੱਜਿਸ ਕੀਪ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਯੋਰ ਕਮੈਂਟਸ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ they did a great job and they are the youngest one they say few things that most of the things that we as an adult start thinking what we have done up till now so ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ motivation ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ judges ਆਪਣੇ comments ਲਿਖ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ and ਜੋਬਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ folder ਹੀ collect ਕਰ ਲੇਗਾ make sure judges you sign both two places that has been highlighted and in the meantime I will definitely say thank you so much judges Simran Kaur, Harchint Singh and Navneet Kaur and ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਨਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ symposium ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਬਿਨਾ this symposium is impossible and you do work a lot to do your judgments before coming here and in the meantime I will start for the group 2 just the questions right now and when the judges are done Joban Singh will collect all the folders and bring it to us and then he will tell who is the next participant but the second book was Sikh Sakhis for the youth and it was part 1 and the first question was how did Guru Nanak's teaching bring a social and a religious revolution so that was the first question in that book and the second question is which one of Guru Nanak's Sakhis did you like the most describe the lesson you learned from the Sakhi and how does it help you to be a better person that was the second question and the third question is the present day society is plagued with intolerance and violation of basic human rights how do the lessons learned from Sikh Sakhis motivate you to make this world a better place and justice for all. Even reading these questions make me wonder there is so much to learn and they are only 9 to 10 years old and they are already thinking and doing critical thinking how can they help the society that is the best part so whoever is participating my hats off to the parents who have done just such a great job and of course the participant too if the first group judges are done if there is something else you have to write you can just be on the side and can write there too judges just because we are running always late with these group competitions but the best part is that generally it's given only 1 minute to the judges in between for the comments I give them 2 minutes just because I know how hard it is to give the comments because that is what the participants are going to come and ask me about it te hun ede naal hi the next judges who are going to be here is Tejpal Kaur Penji Harjeev Singh and Gurvinder Singh ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ front ਤੇ and he will make the announcement who is the first participant, and there are only 2 participants just for the Sangat information.
Judges, the next participant is Japji Kaur.
Okay, so here is the first participant, Japji Kaur. Judges, you can go ahead.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In 1469, in a village, Rahe Boli Titilwandi, district Sheikhpura, a new light came to the world. This light later was called Guru Nanak Dev Ji. His teachings included the following major directions to the people: sincere love for God, Nam Japna. The very idea of one common Father for all humanity teaches us that whatever name, Allah, Ram, Gobind, Guru, and etc., we may use for the Almighty, but we're all His creation and therefore must love each other as brothers and sisters. Honest earnings, Dharam ki kirat. It's only hard-earned money which is sweet like honey. Wealth collected through corruption and unfair means make the mind dirty and evil. Those who become dependent upon other people's earnings usually become their mental slaves. Sharing earnings, Vand ke chakna. Because we are children of the same Father, we should feel pleasure in sharing our earnings with the needy. People who share with the needy do not oblige them or do any favor for them, but they're just doing what is expected of them. Sikhs do not give charity or donations to anyone. They share their earnings with them. The only giver in the world is God. Accepting the will of God, Pana Manna. God knows what is right or wrong for the overall welfare of people. We should accept His decisions without any grudge or questions. Goodwill for all, Sarvat Ka Palla. In a Sikh prayer, we should request God for the welfare of the whole humanity, not just of our community or our family alone. Thus, Guru Nanak brought a social and religious revolution by providing a platform, Sangat and Pangat, where all people could pray, meet, and eat together as individuals without any kind of discrimination. Nanak Shah Fakir, Hindu ka Guru, Muslim ka Peer. Guru Nanak is a selfless, saintly sage respected by every religion and every age. गुरु जी दी हर साखी सानू कोई ना कोई सिक्ख्या दिंदी है और इन्हां विचों मैं एक साखी सब नाल सांझी करनी चाहंदी हां। पायलालो जी ने गुरु जी ते मर्दाना जी वास्ते खाना तैयार किया ते रसूरी विच आके खान दी बेनती कीती, पर गुरु जी ने कहा साडे वास्ते ते हर थां ही पवित्र है, खाना इत्थे ही ले आओ। गुरु जी दी कहन उत्ते सबने एक जगह बैठ के खाना खाया। ਪਾਪਾ ਮਰਦਾਨਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਖਾਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਦ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਇਸ ਖਾਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੀ? ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ, ਇਹ ਹਲਾਲ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਦ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਇਸ ਖਾਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਆਹ ਸਵਾਦ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਦੋਂ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡੀ ਕਰਮਚਾਰੀ ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਨੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪੂਜਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਉਸਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੱਦਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਫਕੀਰ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਡਾ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪੂਜਨ ਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਦੇਣਾ। ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਨੇ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸੱਦਾ ਭੇਜਣ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਪਾਇਲਾਲਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪੂਜਨ ਤੇ ਗਏ। ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਨੇ ਬੜੇ ਗੁੱਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ, ਤਰਖਾਣ ਦੀ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁੱਕੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਕਰਾ ਪੂਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰੇ ਹੋ? ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸੱਜੇ ਹੱਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਲਾਲੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੁੱਕੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਹੱਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਦਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਫੜ ਲਿਆ। ਫਿਰ ਸੱਜਾ ਹੱਥ ਵਾਲੇ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਟ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਧ ਗਿਰਦਾ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਹੱਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮੀਰਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਟ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੂਨ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਇਆ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ, ਦੇਖ ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੋ, ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਪਾਪ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੈ। ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਇੱਕਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪੂਜਨ ਕਰਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦਾ ਖੂਨ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਧ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਖੂਨ ਪੀਣ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸਵੀਕਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ? ਇਹ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਮਲਕ ਬਾਗੂ ਦਾ ਇਨਕਾਰ ਟੁੱਟ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗੀ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਸੱਚੀ ਸੋਚੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੇ ਬਰਕਤ ਪਾਣੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸਾਖੀ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਿਆ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਮਾਈ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ। ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗਲਤ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਕ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਪਾਪਾ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨੇ। All Sikh Sakhis empathize the importance of equality, justice, and compassion for all people, regardless their background or beliefs. These values are at the core of the Sikh faith and serve as a reminder that every individual has worth and should be treated accordingly. There are various famous Sikh Sakhis who advocated for equality between all people and spoke out against the mistreatment of women and lower castes. Guru Nanak's message of unity and justice has inspired generations of Sikhs to work towards more than just an equal society. In today's world, where insolence and human rights violations continue to be a major concern, the lessons from the Sikh Sakhis serve as a reminder that it's our responsibility to stand up for justice and work towards creating a world that is more equitable and respectful for all individuals. Whether it's through speaking out discrimination, working towards policies that promote equality, or simply treating others with kindness and respect, we can all play a role in creating a better world. In conclusion, the teachings of Sikh Sakhis inspire us to strive for a world where justice, equality, and compassion are the norm, and where all individuals are valued and respected. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Great job, Japji Kaur. The next participant is Jaskirat Singh. Wait a few seconds.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
Judges, this is just Kirat Singh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਇਹ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਜਦ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਊਚ ਨੀਚ, ਜਾਤ ਪਾਤ, ਪਰਮ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ, ਠੱਗੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਫੈਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ ਅਤੇ ਸੱਚਾਈ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਾ ਸੂਰਜ ਡੁੱਬਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ। ਇੱਕ ਧਰਮ ਦੂਜੇ ਧਰਮ ਤੋਂ ਈਰਖਾ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਦਾ ਦਰਜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ। ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜਨਮ ਲਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਧਕਾਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੱਢਿਆ। ਪਰ ਗੁਰਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਫਰਮਾਇਆ ਹੈ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪ੍ਰਗਟਿਆ, ਮਿੱਟੀ ਤੰਦ ਜਗ ਚਾਨਣ ਹੋਆ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦੇ ਲੜ ਲੱਗਣ ਦਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਹਰ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਦਾ ਦਰਜਾ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪੰਕਤੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। अवल अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जुग उपजया कौन भले कौन मंदे। सानू गुरु जी ने एक गल समझाई कि जात पात, ऊंच नीच, अमीरी गरीबी इंसान दी बनाईया हुई ने। सानू ये मटाउंदे होए समझना चाहिए है कि हर मनुख विच उस वाहिगुरू दी जोत है अते हर इंसान दा इस दुनिया विच बराबर दा दर्जा है। जिद्दां कि गुरु नानक देव जी समझाउंदे हन, सबको ऊंचा आखिए नीच न दिसे कोय, एक ना पांडे साजे चानन ते लोए। गुरु नानक देव जी ने समाजक तौर ते औरतां नूं बराबर दा दर्जा दिता अते जिद्दां कि गुरु साहब ने दस्सिया है, सो क्यों मंदा आखी जिस जम्मे राजान। जिस औरत ने राजे महाराजे योद्धा नूं जन्म दिता, उस नूं समाज विच उन्ना ही हक होना चाहिदा है जिन्ना कि किसी होर इंसान दा है। गुरु नानक देव जी ने अपने जीवन विच अनेक आदान दिंदे होया कर्म कांड, परम भुलेखे, अंधविश्वास तो दुनिया नूं दूर कीता। जिद्दां कि सूरज मुख करके सूरज तक पानी नहीं पहुंच सकता, उसी तरह मरे हुए इंसान की शरारत करके उसकी भुख नहीं मिटाई जा सकती। गुरु नानक देव जी ने एक अकाल पुरख ते लड़ लगा के वाहिगुरू दे हुक्म विच रहण दा आदेश साझा कीता। सज्जन ठग वर्गे इंसान दे कन्नां विच गुरबाणी पैण तो बाद उसका जीवन सच्चाई ते गुरसिੱਖੀ ਵੱਲ मुड़िया। गुरु साहब समझाते हैं, हुक्मे अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म ना कोय, नानक हुक्मे जे बुझीता होमे कहे ना कोय। भाव एक सृष्टि अते उस रहन वाला हर जीव जंतु उसके हुक्म विच है। इसी तरह गुरु अर्जन देव जी बाणी विच समझाते हैं, जिन्नी पुछाता हुक्म तिन कदे ना रोवना। जे असी उसके हुक्म विच रहना सीख लईए तां असी दुख सुख कलेशां तो उपर उठ के हमेशा चढ़दी कला विच रहांगे। गुरु जी ने संगत ते पंगत की शुरुआत भी की, जिथे हर जात पात का इंसान पंगत विच बैठ के लंगर छक सकता है अते संगत विच बैठ के अकाल पुरख दी बंदगी कर सकता है। गुरु नानक देव जी दे जीवन साखियां तो असी बहुत कुछ सिखते हाँ। गुरु साहब सानू समझाते हैं, सानू पंज विकारां तो अपने आप नू बचा के उसकी बंदगी विच जीवन गुजारना चाहिए है। किसी एक साखी तो दूजी साखी पसंद करनी ते इवें है जिवें पंज उंगलां विचों एक उंगल चुननी पवे। पर एक साखी जिसकी मिसाल मैं सिख धर्म विच हर पासे देखदा हाँ, वो है जदों गुरु साहब ने सच्चा सौदा कीता सी। उन्होंने भुखे ते लोड़मंद साधुओं नूं भोजन खवा के सिख धर्म विच वंश सकण दी रीत तोरी। ਇਹ ਰੀਤ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਖੂਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਲੋੜ ਪੈਣ ਤੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਏਡ, ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਸਿੱਖਸ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਅਨੇਕਾਂ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋੜਵੰਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਖੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਰੀਆ ਹਾਂ। ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੋੜ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਪੈਸੇ ਖਿਡਾਉਣੇ ਹਨ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤਮੰਦ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕਰਨੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਹਨ। ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰਦਾ, ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਿਮਰਤਾ, ਦਇਆ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨੇ ਦੀ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। जे वाहिगुरू ने सानू इस योग किया है कि असी किसी की मदद कर सकीए, कमांड ते मैं वाली सोच तो दूर होके निम्रता ते शुकराने विच रह के मदद करदे होया वाहिगुरू तो सरबत्ता भला मंगीए। सानू सिर्फ चीज़ां ही नहीं अपने गुण भी साझे करने चाहिए हैं। जिद्दां कि मैं अपने भरा नूं पंजाबी ते कीर्तन सिखाउंदा हां। अगे गल आउंदी है मनुखिया अधिकार दी, जिद्दां कि हर इंसान नूं बराबर दा दर्जा मिलना, अन्न पानी, रहण लई छत,
ਸਾਫ਼ ਵਾਤਾਵਰਣ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਧਰਮ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਣਾਉਣ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੱਖ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸੱਚ ਦਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਦਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਵਲੀ ਕੰਦਾਰੀ ਵਰਗੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਧਰਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਤ ਪਾਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਵਿਤਕਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਹਟਾਇਆ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਭਾਈ ਗੁਰਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਹਨ, ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਨ ਫੋ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਨੂੰ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਵੱਡਾ ਕੇ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਹੋਈ, ਬਾਬਾ ਆਖੇ ਹਾਜੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਅਮਲਾ ਬਾਜੋ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਰੋਈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੱਕ ਸੱਚ ਤੇ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਅਧਿਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਲਈ ਅਨੇਕਾਂ ਤਸੀਹੇ ਚੱਲਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਡੋਲੇ। ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਥਾਪੜਾ ਤੇ ਗੁੱਤੀ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਹੱਕ ਸੱਚ ਤੇ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਦੇ। ਚਾਹੇ ਕੁਝ ਕੁ ਸਮੇਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੋਏ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਮੋਚੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਲੈ ਲਵੋ, ਜਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਬੰਦੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਰਿਹਾਈ ਦੀ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਦਿਖਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਰੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਸਰੀਰਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਵੱਖ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੱਕੇਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਤੇ ਵਿਤਕਰਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਨਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਵਹਾਰ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਉਠਾਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਰਹੇਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਿਤ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਦੇਖੀਏ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਬਲਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ, ਵਿਤਕਰੇ ਅਤੇ ਬੇਇਨਸਾਫੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੰਜ਼ਾਮ ਦੀ ਪਰਵਾਹ ਕੀਤੇ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਖੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
That was just Kirat Singh.
So this was our second participant in group 2. Both of them have done a great job. ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਜੈਕਾਰਾ ਲਗਾਈਏ। ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ, ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। And in the meantime, when the judges are writing their notes, I will invite the third group judges, and their names are Diwan Singh, Rav Kiran Kaur, Daljit Singh. ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ folders ਦੇਣੀ ਆ। Also, Maninder, if you can come for the timekeeping, because in this group again it is 6 minutes. First bell will be 5 minutes 30 seconds, second will be 6 minutes, and the third bell will be 6 minutes 30 seconds. And I'm sorry I forgot to tell the participants in the second group it was the same way, but nobody I think went over the time. So it turned out to be good. Yes. So I'm still trying to see Rav Kiran Kaur, can I see you? And the third group, 11 to 13 years old, their book was The Turban. And the 3 questions that they are going to answer their speech on is, when you are questioned as to why Sikhs keep their hair long and wear turbans, what do you say? That's the one question. The second one is, the author, Dr. Swarup Singh Alag, talks about how the turban can change someone's inward personality. Do you agree? Why or why not? And the third one is, the main focus of the book Turban is on men and boys keeping their identity. What role do turbans play for Sikh women? After reading this book, has your opinion changed on this topic? So these are the questions that the participants will be answering. And the names of the participant for this group is Anhad Singh, Tejas Singh, Suhavi Kaur, Jasleen Kaur. These are the 4 participants in this group. I think the second group judges are still writing, so I'm going to give folder. And participants, look at how much judges are writing on your comments. When you're going to call me, that's what it is. So have patience. I have trained them well enough that write lots of comments. So that's what they are doing. But I will thank Gurvinder Singh, Harjeev Singh, and Penji Tejpal Kaur for doing the second group judging. Thank you so much. Your seva is so important for running this speech symposium. We can't do without it. And at the same time, if the other three judges are kind of ready, we will, Jovan Singh, you can come and we can have the next name drawn, and then let them take their time. When they are done in between the speeches, oh, you already have. So ask who is the next one.
The next participant is Suhavi Kaur.
You can go in the middle. So the third group judges, Suhavi Kaur.
गुरु रूप सात संगत जी, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Sikhs keep their hair long and wear turbans as a symbol of their faith and identity. The practice of keeping hair long is called kes, which is one of the 5 Ks, or 5 articles of faith, which is mandatory for baptized Sikhs to wear, which include kes, kanga, kachera, kada, and kirpan. The turban is also worn as a sign of respect for the God and the Guru. The Sikh turban is an article of faith which was made mandatory for baptized Sikhs to wear by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the founder of the Khalsa. The turban is mentioned by various different authors in several different Sikh scriptures and Panthic conduct codes. The Guru Granth Sahib has 8 verses in which the turban appears, including Main Guru Mil Uch Tumalra, which means I have met with the Guru and I have tied a tall plum turban, written by Guru Arjan Dev Ji in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This next example is from the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, written by Bhagat Nam Dev Ji. Khoob teri pagadi, mithe tere bol, which means how handsome is your turban and how sweet is your speech. Dasam Granth by Guru Gobind Singh Ji mentions the turban at least 47 times. Here are some examples. Lase mukta char damaliyahan, which means their necklace of gems glistened and their turbans are graceful on the heads of both the warriors. Sir ucha ankar, Karavalde Pagvalai Deri, which means the head being proud of its high place is tied with a turban. Bhai Nandaji, poet and disciple of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, wrote in Thanka Nama Guru Gobind Singh Ji's hukam for his Sikhs, Ganga tere vakt kar, pag chune kar bande, which means you comb your hair twice a day and you tie your turban turn by turn. Gurbani also states, Banke bal pag sir deri, which means you make your hair beautiful and wear a stylish turban on your head. The turban is a symbol of sovereignty, self-respect, and courage, and it represents the dignity and equality of all human beings. Sikhs believe that the human body is a gift from God and that it should be kept in its natural state. They don't cut their hair or shave their beards as a sign of respect for the gift of life given by God. Keeping hair long is also a symbol of humility and a reminder to remain grounded in one's spiritual values. Overall, the practice of keeping hair long and wearing turbans is a symbol of Sikh identity, which represents the values of equality, respect, and courage. I think wearing a turban can instill a sense of pride and confidence within a person, which may lead to positive changes in their attitude and behavior. By wearing a turban, a Sikh may feel more connected to their faith, culture, and community, which can lead to a stronger sense of purpose. Furthermore, the practice of wearing a turban requires discipline and commitment, which can help develop positive character traits such as patience, perseverance, and self-control. Overall, I agree with Dr. Sarup Singh Alag, and I think the turban can have a positive impact on their attitude, behavior, and character. By wearing a turban, a Sikh can embody the values and principles of their faith and contribute towards creating a more just and compassionate society. In Sikhism, both men and women are encouraged to keep their hair long and maintain their identity. Women also wear turbans, although the design and style of the turban may differ from those worn by men. In addition to the turban, Sikh women wear a chutney, which is a long scarf that covers the head and the shoulders. The turban and chutney are important symbols of Sikh identity and represent values like dignity and respect. Sikh women who wear turbans and chutneys are able to maintain their identity and show their commitment to their faith and community. In terms of the book Turban, while its main focus may be on men and boys keeping their hair, the principles and values of Sikhism apply to both men and women. The book may provide insight into the importance of the turban for Sikh identity and its role in maintaining cultural and religious traditions. Sikh women play an important role in maintaining their identity through the practice of wearing a turban and a chutney. The principles and values of Sikhism apply equally to both men and women, and both genders are encouraged to maintain their identity and keep their commitment to their faith. बिना पग दे नहीं पछाण हुंदी भावें होवे आदमी लख हजार जी लक्कां विचों होवे एक पग वाला ते लोकी सब आखदे सत श्री अकाल सरदार जी. So as kids, we have a responsibility to continue to keep our Sikhi Sarup alive. And this is sometimes challenging because of the world we are living in. Sikhs are very limited in numbers and people don't know who we are. And so that's why sometimes we get bullied in schools. But we will not let this discourage us to keep our hair and tie a turban. Rather, we will let this teach us about our responsibilities to teach the world who we are and what our principles are. And so that's my dream, to see every Sikh wearing a turban. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Sohavi Kaur. The next participant is Anhad Singh. Judges, this is Anhad Singh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. केस गर्जे कायम रहेगा अनंतपुर ने कदे ना टहना रहने रहे सोई सिख मेरा ए है दशमेश पिता दा कहना. The turban was a part of Sikhi from Guru Nanak's time. Guru Gobind Singh Ji further institutionalized this. It keeps the case, which is one of the kakars, neat, tidy, and safe. The turban not only protects our case, but also physically defines us as a Sikh. I always start to explain that it is a gift from the Guru and my identity when I am questioned. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, "Rehat pyari mujhko, Sikh pyara na hai." Wearing a turban is part of the rehat, which is very dear to our Guru. I first try to understand why I wear a turban, and second, feel the conviction behind it before explaining. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, "Bina shastra ke sang, narang ped jano." Shastra and case is believed to be a part of our body, and without these, one is like a sheared sheep who cannot protect itself. I understand that it is a part of my identity gifted by the Guru, and as the books say, it is our Sardari emblem. The Sikh who wears the turban is also righteous, fearless fighters of justice, magnanimous, humble servants, and most important of all, in harmony with the will of Almighty. I further explain that my hair is long because it is a part of my faith to show my love and will towards Vaheguru. I tell them about the history where tying a turban was royal heritage, and wearing it without being royal meant death. I also remind them that the Western freedom is partly because Sikhs fought with turbans against tyranny in World War I and II. I also tell them how the biggest democracy, India, owes its independence to the Sikh turbans. I try to explain that the turban fights against terror, not support. Sir jave ta jave, mera Sikhi se dakh na jave. Dr. Sarup Singh Alag talks about how wearing the turban is like a reflection of a person, how it can slowly improve the personality, which I completely agree with. There is a spiritual connection between the turban and the case. The value of a turban is only with the case, and the value of the case is only with the turban. So to a Sikh, it is the precept of enlightened divine life. Gurbani says, "Satgur apna sada sada samare, gur ke charan kesh sangchare." The Guru's hukam, the case, which the turban protects and keeps neat and clean. Then the longings to wash Guru's pad with the same case, that is the ultimate humbleness, which is essential for inward growth. With humbleness comes wisdom, calmness, and confidence that we need. It makes me a Guru aware as I wear a turban to take care of Guru's gift, the case. And as I become more Guru aware, it changes my perspective and personality. I take for granted now that I used to wear just a juda and ramal going to Gurdwara Sahib. And I never really thought about it before. But when I learned how to tie a dastar, I felt like I had a crown on top of my head. And it made me feel so grateful to be a Sikh and to be bestowed with such honor. I feel very confident on my appearance with responsibility to be righteous. Just as I feel a strong spiritual connection with the case, the same is the connection with the turban. Both are intertwined with each other and Sikhi. Now, as mentioned, the focus of the book is on men and boys when it came to turbans. But I want you to think, did Guru mean the same? Absolutely not. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji not only taught, but also practiced equality, especially when it came to women. He questioned the Pandit, asking him, where is the sacred thread for his sister? He says, "So kyo manda akhiye, jit jame rajan." His sister, Bebe Nanaki Ji, was the first Sikh who believed in him, the Guru, and to follow him. Then came Mata Khivi Ji, the only woman whose seva is even mentioned in Gurbani. Then Mata Pani ji, Mata Ganga ji, Mata Gujar Kaur, my Paggo, and many more women till this date. Now, what does this have to do with turbans, you might think? No? None of the gurus forget about the women sharing the same path and the same teachings laid down by Gurbani. So, how could Guru Gobind Singh Ji leave them? Dashmesh Pita bestowed women with the same kakars that were for men. The role of a turban will stay the same, irrespective of any gender. So after reading this book, I believe that my opinion has only strengthened. Why? Because I have and always will believe that women should have the same rights, same equality, same respect, and same honor as do men. And when I look in the mirror with my turban on, I should look and feel like a part of the Khalsa, a follower of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. So, I am 100% sure that the Guru meant the same for my sister too. And I remember these lines. Khoob teri pagdi, meethe tere bol. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
That was Anhad Singh. The next participant is Jocelyn Kaur.
Vaheguru.
Judges, this is Jocelyn Kaur.
मत विच रतन जवाहर मानक जय एक गुर की सिख सुनी. If we listen to Guruji's teachings, even once, our minds will be blessed with the gems and jewels of knowledge. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. My name is Jocelyn Kaur Marocha. What does that really mean? What is a name anyway? A name is a part of one's identity. As I read the book about the identity that Guru Gobind Singh Ji crowned us with, the turban, I reflected on this notion of identity. What about hijab worn by a Muslim woman, or kippah worn by a Jewish man, a janu worn by Brahmins, other forms of turbans worn by Muslims, or the cross worn by Christians? So now we ask, when we are questioned as to why Sikhs keep their hair long and wear turbans, which is an essential part of a Sikh's identity, what do we say? As my beginning Gurbani quote implies, knowledge is power. So we have to start with educating ourselves, and then we can educate others. To give a historical perspective, I would explain that by commanding Sikhs to wear a turban, our Guruji was trying to create a unique and separate identity for us Sikhs. This was critical during a time that when identification was important, as Sikhs needed to be someone that was quickly identified in a crowd as someone who would help and stand for the values of equality and freedom. Guru Gobind Singh Ji also wanted to infuse Sikhs with the spiritual strength that in the eyes of Vaheguru, they are noble and equal. I would like to point out an example of Simritpal Singh, to whom the army granted permission to serve while wearing a turban over his long hair and a beard with his uniform. He is the first active duty soldier to seek the accommodation and receive it while serving in the army. He chose to educate others that we shouldn't be torn between the ideals of his faith and those of the U.S. Army. He was successful at getting the support of the army as he was persistent, and the responsibility of the turban was ingrained within his personality, which leads us to the second topic. In the book, the author Dr. Sarup Singh Alog talks about how the turban can change someone's inward personality. The turban carries itself with significant prestigious accountability, which can have a meaningful impact on our personality. 1. We are to wear the turban with proper technique and care, which teaches us patience. 2. We are to ensure that it is neat and pure, which teaches us about being clean. And lastly, 3. If you ever find someone in a situation where their turban has been knocked down, aid and assist, as it is our duty, which subconsciously teaches us to think of others before ourselves. I read about Devinder Kaur, who is in her early 40s. She is a slender, tall, British Indian Sikh woman. She works as a teaching assistant at her local school in London. She mentions that she used to have cut black curls, wear makeup, go out, and do what people do on nights out, but it never sat comfortably with her. After wearing a turban, it helped her stay grounded and focused on what her responsibilities are as a human being. Wearing the turban allowed her to let go of societal expectations, as it was so empowering. It's a way of saying, this is who I am, this is how God made me, and putting that above what society expects of me. Na pak pak kar dur hadisa, sabat surat dastar sira. The main focus of the book, The Turban, is on men and boys keeping their identity. As they say, बिना पग दे नहीं पहचान होंदी भावे होवे आदमी लख हजार जी लखन विचों होवे एक पग वाला सब आखे सत श्री अकाल सरदार जी. But now let's turn to address what roles do turbans play for Sikh women. It is obvious that the Sikh women are the daughters, the friends, the wives, the sisters of these turban-wearing Sikh men. In these roles, they are supporting them by either helping them take proper care of the turban, assisting them with tying up the turban. But more importantly, when their friends are questioning, why does your brother, dad, friend, husband wear that hat on their head? They're the frontline defenders and educators. They're the proud women that understand the turban's significance for Sikh men, and they step in to translate that hat to a Sikh's crown. Additionally, there are many examples of Sikh women who are wearing a turban and have taken Amrit. It is impossible to know exactly how many Sikh women are now wearing the turban, but at a time when some Sikh men are deciding to cut their hair, Devinder is among a growing number of Sikh women deciding to wear one. This book further made me realize that it can be difficult to maintain a turban and be surrounded by others that don't, but in my opinion, when was it ever easy? However, it wasn't easy when Guru Gobind Singh Ji first crowned us, or when the first Sikh officer fought for military rights, or when the first Sikh model appeared in mainstream. It isn't easy as a 12-year-old to have super long hair and participate actively in different sports. I can look at keeping my hair or a turban from two perspectives. 1, it is a burden to maintain. Or 2, it is simply glorifying the Sarup that Vaheguru has blessed us with. As a favorite poem of mine reminds us, इन्हीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं, नहीं मोह से गरीब करोड़ पड़े. We are blessed by the symbolic crown, the turban, from Guru Gobind Singh Ji, so let's celebrate it every day. I leave you with this thought. Why blend in when you were born to stand out? Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Jocelyn Gore. The next participant is Tejas Singh. Judges, this is Tejas Singh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. What is a turban and why do I need to wear it? Why do I keep long hair? These are questions I have been asked since I was in elementary school. I used to answer that I am a Sikh and keep long hair as part of my faith. This is probably the simplest answer that anyone can give. I'm sure some of you must have used this as well. As I have grown older and understood more about Sikhism, I am able to take my response to the next level. Bani says, Napak pak karhadur hadisa, sabat surat dastar sira. Keeping one's hair unshorn is a symbol of devotion and obedience to the Gurus. It purifies what is impure in us. Our Gurus wanted us to look different so that a Sikh can be identified among millions and can be approached by people from all walks of life. All followers of Sikh faith, regardless of gender, are encouraged to keep long hair and cover with turban. My patka has transformed into a turban, and now I can visually show friends that each pleat of this turban is a symbol of honor, courage, sacrifice, chivalry, bravery, and righteousness. In a nutshell, Sikhs keep long hair and wear turban as an expression of faith, culture, and identity. It is how we crown ourselves as Singhs and Kaurs who sit on the throne of commitment to our own higher consciousness. The idea that a turban can change someone's inward personality is based on the belief that outward appearance can influence inner feelings and behavior. According to this belief, by wearing turban, a person is not only making a statement about their cultural heritage and spiritual beliefs, but also actively shaping their inward personality. Turban can be seen as a symbol of pride, self-respect, and spirituality, and wearing one may evoke feelings of confidence, dignity, and empowerment. However, the extent to which the turban can change someone's inward personality may vary greatly depending on the individual. Some people may find wearing turban has a profound effect on their confidence and self-esteem, while others may not experience much change. Additionally, factors such as cultural background, religious beliefs, and personal experiences can all play a role in shaping how a person feels about wearing the turban. Therefore, while I agree that wearing turban can help in shaping one's inward personality, I will not say
that anyone who wears a turban is a good person, and everyone who doesn't is a bad person. Turban, after all, is still a piece of cloth, and while it can help in making our morals stronger, it will not immediately change someone. Turban is an outward symbol which recognizes a Sikh for dignity and honor, and it changes the inward personality so that one is ready to stand fearlessly at all times and can be approached by anyone for help. I agree the focus of the book is on men and boys wearing turban, and the author did ignore the role of Sikh women wearing turban. After reading the book, my opinion has not changed, and as a Sikh, I believe in the principle of equality. Our gurus proclaimed that we all have the same spiritual potential and therefore should have the same social and economic rights. I believe turban is for both men and women. One of the beautiful things about Sikhi is seeing woman empowerment embodied in Gurbani, as mentioned in this Shabad. Pand jamiye, pand nimiye, pand manganvaya, pando hove dosti, pando chalera. Women are engaged in every phase of our life, and through women our generations move forward, and hence we cannot ignore them when it comes to spiritual importance and influence. I think turban plays a much vital role in women's life because they not only wear them with confidence, but also are the guiding angel of Sikhi Sarup. Sikh women nurture and strengthen the foundation of the Sikh way of life in kids so that they can become strong enough and do not hesitate to bear any adverse storms. Sad Sangat Ji sings and chorus are created by the same Guru. Keeping the honor of turban is our joint responsibility so that our present and future is not uncertain and wavy, but it is magnificent and glorious as our Gurus expected it to be. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਸੋ ਥਰਡ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਣੇ ਜੈਕਾਰਾ ਲਾਈਏ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ, ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਥਰਡ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। And I will definitely say the judges for the third group, Diwan Singh, Rav Kiran Kaur and Diljit Singh, thank you so much for part of this seva, and we really appreciate you here working and helping us out. Without you, we were nothing. ਐਂਡ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੀਪਰ ਮਨਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਬੜਾ ਆਸਾਨ ਜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ 4 ਮਿੰਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਨਾ, ਮਤਲਬ 5 ਜਾਂ 6 ਮਿੰਟ, ਐਂਡ ਐਵਰੀ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਲਾਈਕ ਡੂ ਆਈ ਡੂ ਫਸਟ ਬੈਲ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਬੈਲ ਔਰ ਥਰਡ, it is hard. So thank you for that seva too. Now the fourth group is Guru Granth Sahib, a supreme treasure. And the 3 questions that we are going to ask from 14 to 17 years old, and Sangat ji, you will see how everything is developing, right? We started from the base level and the speeches are getting more complicated. Not that they were not complicated at first level. Ask the judges how hard it was for them to judge. So 14 to 17 years old, Guru Granth Sahib. The first question is, what makes Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji a supreme treasure of divine wisdom to create an ideal human society and government for well-being of all creation? How can we coexist with those from different belief systems? That's the first question. Second is, what is the purpose of human life according to the concept of hukam? What are the main obstacles in achieving this purpose? What role does Gurmukh versus Manmukh oriented lifestyle play in this journey? So that's the second question. And the third one is, discuss some prevalent practices among Sikhs today that are contrary to the teachings of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Why and when did these practices arise? How can we reverse such trends? So that is going to be the fourth group. And the judges' names, so they can come and I can give them folders, is Resham Singh, Harjint Singh, and Manmohan Singh. So let me get the folders to them, and then judges of third group, if you still want to write, you can keep writing on the side. So let me give the folders to fourth group.
The first participant in group 4 is Bhavin Singh.
One more thing. And the timekeeper, so the first bell, I do write on your sheets. The first bell is going to be 6 minutes 30 seconds, and then the second on 7 minutes, and the third will be 7 minutes 30 seconds. So let the judges get ready. Yeah. Do you want to go there, here? Podium. Podium is fine. Just a second.
See, I don't remember how do I tighten it?
Judges, this is Bhavan Singh.
Guru Pyari Saad Sangat Jiyo, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Nobel laureate Pearl S. Buck said about the Guru Granth Sahib, I have studied the scriptures of other great religions, but nowhere else do I find the same appeal of the heart and mind as I find in Guru Granth. Saad Sangat Jiyo, Guru Granth Sahib is the source of Sikh metaphysics, its ideals, and worldview. The central theme of Guru Granth Sahib is the transformation of man from Manmukh to Gurmukh. Western society has separated religion from public life, limited its influence in political discourse, and is threatened by materialism, greed, and distrust. In Eastern philosophies, a dichotomy exists between Brahman and Maya. The world is an illusion, and consequently society's insensitivity to the exploitation of nature and the existence of caste discrimination. The challenges we face are many and include environmental destruction, religious fundamentalism, and caste inequality. Given these crises, can a new world order be established? Can a new social order rooted in divinity, pluralism, coexistence, and respect be a counterforce? Indeed. Guru Granth Sahib envisions an equitable society. It stresses the one source of origin, Ik Oankar, that connects us to nature and each other. Ek Nur te sab jag upja, kaun bale kaun mande. In its composition, Guru Granth Sahib is free of sectarian bias, teaches coexistence, and accepts diversity. Suraj eka rut unek, nanek karte ke kete ves. Fundamentalism is rejected and freedom of religion is encouraged. Whether it is religion, society, or politics, the Guru's message is relevant. It informs us that great societies emerge from leaders who are wise, honest, and morally upright. People are advised to become productive and hardworking citizens, yet fearless in protesting tyranny. Spirituality guides political and social activities and is foundational to the Meedi-Pidi concept in Sikhism. The relationship between religion and politics is a relationship between ethics and laws. Sikhism is not theocratic with a priest, instead it is democratic. The temporal authority rests in the Panth and not with any priest, as demonstrated by the Gurmatas passed at the Sarbat Khalsa. A strong undercurrent in pluralism in Sikhism guarantees human dignity and freedom for all. Traditions like Langar reflect this pluralistic spirit. Consequently, Sikhs are always helping people without discrimination in the spirit of Sarbat Da Pala. For a Gursikh, seva is more important than salvation. A Gursikh's disposition follows hukam, which explains the divine presence and the presence of Creator in creation. Hukam is fundamental to Sikh ideology. The Guru asks, if the Creator has no impurity and is immanent in society, how can we be impure? According to Hukam, human goal is replacing regressive social and political system with progressive alternatives. To live a truthful life for the uplift of society without seeking personal benefit. Just like the universe constantly regenerates itself, a Gursikh constantly works towards a better society, both guided by Hukam, the divine ordinance. Whereas Hukam stresses the link between man, the world, and Creator, Homme breaks this bond. It pushes us towards self-centeredness and separates us from our relationship with nature and society, and away from our goal of Gurmukh life. The indifference of Manmukh towards nature is destructive, oppressive, and regressive. However, Manmukh is not a state of hopelessness that cannot be corrected. The Guru assures us that the transformation of man from Manmukh to Gurmukh is not only possible, but a goal to achieve. Gurbani says that man is creative and is gifted in the ability to understand and act with wisdom. Life is to be celebrated as a rare opportunity for doing good. The Khalsa epitomizes this progressive state and rejects superstition, social division, and caste hierarchy as contrary to Hukam. Sad Sangat Jio, throughout our history, superstition and non-Sikh practices have unfortunately crept into our community. The Singh Sabha movement was a well-organized effort to address these issues. As you are aware, the Rehat Maryada resulted from this movement. However, in the last few decades, Sikhs are again challenged by ideas contrary to Gurbani. Our institutions and intellectuals do not have a strategy to counter social media and its expanding ability to influence thought. Our inability to share the true meaning with Shabad Guru is greatly missing. Sikh institutions are not equipped with the manpower and technology to connect the youth with their roots. Our political and religious discourse is slowly becoming argumentative and occasionally violent and abusive. The Guru demands we speak the truth with civility, but with fearlessness. The influence of godmen and healers is on the rise. People go to them with life problems instead of Shabad Guru for guidance. There is a growing trend of apostasy in the use of alcohol and drugs among youth. Caste discrimination, preference for a male child, and rituals like Karva Chauth are finding home in Sikh society, even though the Guru Granth Sahib forcibly rejects all these ideas. Education is the most important tool to counter ignorance. In the Sikh diaspora, summer camps, speech competitions, and kirtan classes are organized to connect the youth with their roots. However, this effort is missing in Punjab. Discussions on Sikhi to increase our understanding of Gurbani are rare. If Sikh traditions are clearly explained, it will go a long way in helping to connect the youth with their roots and explain our practices to non-Sikhs. I would like to end my speech today with a poem about Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. In the sacred words of Shri Guru Granth Sahib resides divine wisdom, a celestial gift, a treasure of knowledge, a guiding light, to illuminate our souls, shining bright. Within its verses, truth is revealed, in every line, a spiritual shield. For seekers of truth, a sacred guide, with teachings profound, it stands beside. So let us bow in reverence, let us adore, the holy scripture we forever adore. For in Guru Granth Sahib we find our way to live in harmony every single day. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Bhavan Singh. The next participant is Avleen Kaur. Judges, this is Avleen Kaur.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. 300 years ago, Guru Gobind Singh Ji decreed Guru Granth Sahib Ji to be our 11th and our one true Guru. As he said, Sab Sikhan ko hukam hai, Guru manyo Granth, Guru Granth Ji manyo, Pragat karan ki de. Jo prab ko milboche hai, kohoj shabad mein le. The Guru Granth Sahib is an absolute treasure, as it is the holy scripture for us Sikhs, as it teaches us how to live our lives. Not only does it contain the words of our 10 Gurus, but it also contains the teachings of other saints and holy figures of different religious backgrounds. The many messages inscribed within its pages direct us on how we should live every aspect of our life, with the key principles of Nam Japna, Kirat Karna, and Vanchakna. Once we as an individual begin to live by these virtues, they will follow us into whatever we do in society, whether it be a job, a sports team, or even in governance. One of the key principles emphasized in Guru Granth is that we are all the children of the same God, and we should love everyone equally, even if they believe differently than us. Guru Granth Sahib teaches us to respect people of different religions and to live in harmony with them. It recognizes the diversity of different cultures in the world and teaches us to see the different paths to the divine in all of them. The Guru Granth shares a message that transcends the boundaries of any one particular religion or culture. This traces back to the origin of our religion with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who found a median between the Hindu and Muslim beliefs in God. He stated that while there is only one God, God exists everywhere, including within us. And this concept is the key to understanding hukam. Now, this is not an easy concept to put into words or explain to anyone. On the surface, we are told that hukam is the willingness to accept everything that happens as a part of Vaheguru's plan, and that it is the purpose of human life. I was taught that Vaheguru has already planned out my life for me, and that it is simply my job to accept it. And while this was easy enough for me to understand, it was not something I could see myself accepting. And this is the biggest obstacle we face when trying to understand this concept. It is realizing that hukam does not have any duality. Hukam is not me and Vaheguru as two separate entities where Vaheguru plans my life and I must accept it. To accept hukam, we must realize that you and Vaheguru are one. It is not destiny where your life has already been planned for you. It is the guidance of Vaheguru that is expressed in Guru Granth Sahib, so we can align ourselves with the divine. Hukam teaches us to live with the virtues and morals so we are content with ourselves, so we can accept everything that happens in our life without suffering. Hukam does not control what happens around you, but it affects how you live your life and how you deal with the situations you are put in. And it is not only prevalent in the big highs and the lows in our life. For me, as a high school student, hukam affects the decisions I make every day when trying to make the right choices in school, with my friends, and with my peers. We can all hukme andar sabko, bahar hukam na koi. Nanak hukme je buje, te home kahe na koi. We can all start by ridding ourselves of our ego and our greed and all the dictates of a manmuk-oriented lifestyle, but this alone will not allow us to accept hukam. However, if we lead with a gurmukh-oriented lifestyle, which focuses on developing the connection with Vaheguru, so we can understand and accept hukam, then all our negative desires will automatically go away. Now, on the topic of Gurmukh and Manmukh, I'm sure we can all agree that many of us Sikhs are losing sight of what it truly means to be a Sikh. Practices such as casteism and gender discrimination have become prevalent in many Sikh communities in India. Belief in superstition and the rise of ritualistic practices have also become common in the newer generations of us Sikhs. These practices have arisen over time due to a variety of factors. The influence of other religions and cultures, such as Hinduism and Islam, have increased the swell in ritualistic practices and casteism in Sikhism. But the biggest issue contributing to this problem is the lack of education on the fundamentals of our religion. In modern times, and especially in this country, younger generations are constantly getting influenced by the different cultures of their peers, and that causes us to question things about our own culture. So many times I have questioned the rights and the wrongs of Sikhism and why I even practice my religion. And yes, it's okay to question these things, but many of us are not getting the answers to them. We focus so much on making sure we look like Sikhs on the exterior that we have forgotten what it means to be a Sikh inside. The youth are not receiving any religious enlightenment and are far from understanding concepts like hukam. The only way to fix these trends is to educate, but when we educate, we have to make sure we are emphasizing the core fundamentals of our religion. We should be taught why Guru Nanak Dev Ji started Sikhism, so we understand the importance of practicing this religion. We need to know that Sikhism was a way to specifically counter the casteism, the gender discrimination, and the rituals of other religions that dominated the world hundreds of years ago. Once we learn about our history, then we can focus on learning about the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib, so we can live as our gurus wanted us to live. Sangat Ji, in our world today, many of us Sikhs are straying further and further away from our beautiful religion. The lack of proper education within our youth breaks the path that they need to take in order to accept hukam. However, if we read and learn from the teachings and the words of Guru Granth Sahib, we can put ourselves on the right path to leading the life of a true Gursikh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Avleen Kaur. The next speaker is Amrik Singh. Judges, this is Amrik Singh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਕਾਲ ਖਾਏ ਕਿਛ ਹੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਰਾਹ ਪਛਾਣੇ ਸੇ ਜੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਇਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਤੁਕ ਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਮਾਇਨੇ ਅਮਲੀ ਜਾਮਾ ਪਹਿਨਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਕਲਾ ਸਮਾਜ ਸਿਰਜਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਪੰਜ ਵਿਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਛੱਲਾਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਦਇਆ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਸਬਰ ਹੱਕ ਤੇ ਸੱਚ ਨੂੰ ਬਲਾ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਬੇੜੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੋਆ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨ ਦਾ ਪੈ ਕੋਏ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਰਜਾਨ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਸੇ ਖਾਲੀ ਵੁੱਠੀਆ ਇਹ ਹੋਆ ਹਲੇ ਮੀਰਾਜ ਜਿਓ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਮਹਾਵਾਕ ਤੋਂ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਧ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪ੍ਰਜਾ ਹੱਕ ਹਕੂਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਿਫਾਜ਼ਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਫਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਤੇ ਮਰਦੀਆਂ ਲੋੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਹੱਈਆ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਾਂਗ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਰਾਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। अवल अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे। गुरु साहिब ने वखरे वखरे धारावां दे 11 भट्ट ते 15 भगतां दी बाणी गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी विच दर्ज करके एक सांझी वालता दी एक दुत्ती मिसाल कायम कीती है। ਅਤੇ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਇਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਗੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਲਈ 1635 ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਮਸਜਿਦ ਦੀ ਉਸਾਰੀ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਗਵਾਲੀਅਰ ਦੇ ਕਿਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 52 ਹਿੰਦੂ ਰਾਜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਛੁਡਵਾਇਆ ਸੀ। ਹੁਣ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਸਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਜੇ ਧਰਮ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਵਿਚਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਸਾਂਝੀਵਾਲਤਾ ਦੇ ਤੇ ਅਤਿਆਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਬੁਲੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਹੰਢਾਉਂਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਜਦੋਂ 2019 ਵਿੱਚ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ 370 ਧਾਰਾ ਦੀ ਉਲੰਘਣਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਪਛਾਣਦਿਆਂ ਹਿਊਸਟਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੋਢਾ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਖੜਿਆ ਸੀ। ਮੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਧਾਰ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਰਹਿਣ ਸਹਿਣ ਅਤੇ ਉੱਠਣ ਬੈਠਣ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਬਸੰਤ ਰੁੱਤ ਦੇ ਫੁੱਲਾਂ ਵਾਂਗ ਇਹਦੀ ਮਹਿਕ ਕੋਹਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਛਾਪ ਛੱਡ ਦੇਵੇਗੀ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੇਗਮਪੁਰਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਕੋ ਨਾਉ ਦੁੱਖ ਅੰਦੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੈ ਠਾਉ ਵਰਗਾ ਸਮਾਜ ਬਣਾ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ। ਹੁਣ ਦੂਜੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ। ਹੁਕਮ ਪਛਾਣੈ ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਕੋ ਜਾਣੈ ਬੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਸੋਈ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਜੋ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਿਡਾਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਚ ਹਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੌਖਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਲਈ। ਉਹ ਹੈ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਣਾ। ਢਈ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਮਾਨੁਖ ਦੇ ਹੋਰੀਆ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਮਿਲਨ ਕੀ ਇਹ ਤੇਰੀ ਵਰੀਆ। ਭਾਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੁੱਖ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਂਭ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਰਾਹ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਣ ਲਈ 5 ਵਿਕਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਤੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਉਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ। ਉਦਾਹਰਨ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਬੂ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਫਰੀਦਾ ਬੁਰੇ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਕਰ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਮਨ ਨਾ ਹੰਡਾਏ ਅਤੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਫਤਿਹ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਤੇਰੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕੋਈ ਨਾਉ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੇ ਮੇਰਾ। ਮਨਮੁਖ ਕਰਮ ਕਮਾਵਦੇ ਹਉ ਮੈਂ ਅੰਧ ਗਵਾਰ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਵਣਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਆਪਣਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਾਲ ਕੇ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕਾ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਖਾਏ ਸੋ ਭਨ ਕੇ ਉਠ ਹਰ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਏ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਵਿਕਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਬੂ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਦਿਆਂ ਹੀ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਦੀਆਂ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਤੋਂ ਵਾਂਝਾ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜਿਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਬਜਾਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੇ ਪਸੰਦ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ। ਦੂਜਾ ਇਹ ਆਮ ਹੀ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਸੇ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਡੱਟ ਖੋਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵੈ ਪਰਚੋਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ। ਆਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਤੀਜੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਨਮਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਏ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਧਾਂਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਉਲਟ ਹਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਡੇਰਾਵਾਦ ਮੂਰਤੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਮਨੀ ਮਸਾਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਕਰਵਾ ਚੌਥ ਆਦਿ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਘਾਣ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਡੇਰਾਵਾਦ ਨੇ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਕਿ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਸਭ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਕੋ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਾਨਿਓ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਲਾ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੱਥਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਟੇਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਸੰਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਥਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਲੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਖਤਮ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਹੱਲਾਸ਼ੇਰੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਦੋਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ ਪਖੰਡੀ ਰਾਮ ਰਹੀਮ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਨਕਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੂਹ ਅਫਜ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਭੁਲਾਇਆ। ਦੂਸਰੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਮਨਮਤ ਹੈ ਮੂਰਤੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਜੀ। ਅਫਸੋਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਭਰੇ ਪਏ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜੋਤਾਂ ਜਗਾ ਕੇ ਅਰਦਾਸਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਕਉ ਬਤਾਨ ਕੋ ਪੂਜਿਤ ਹੈ ਪਸ ਕਉ ਮਰਤਾਨ ਕੋ ਪੂਜਿਤ ਆਇਓ ਕੂੜ ਕਰਿਆ ਔਰ ਜੋ ਸਭ ਹੀ ਜਗ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਕੋ ਭੇਦ ਨਾ ਪਾਇਓ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦਲਦਲ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਫਸੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਾਂ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਡੇਰਾਵਾਦ ਤੇ ਮੂਰਤੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਦੋਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ? ਗੁਰੂ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਨੇ 22 ਮੰਜੀਆਂ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ ਸਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਸੀ ਚੰਦਾ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ। ਪਰ ਥੋੜੀ ਦੇਰ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਮਸੰਦ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਮਝਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ। ਫਿਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪਖੰਡੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਤੇਲ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਸਾੜ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ। ਮੂਰਤੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਚਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਫਿਰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਥਾਪੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੋਭਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਰਗੇ ਚਿੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਕਲੀਆਂ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ। ਹੁਣ ਸੋਚਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਕੋਲ 52 ਕਵੀ ਸਨ, ਕੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਵੀ ਚਿੱਤਰਕਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ? ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਮਨਮਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੋੜ ਕੇ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਗਿਆਨਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਗਿਆਨ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਅਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਬਦਲਾਅ ਦੀ ਲਹਿਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਹੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਦਾਹਰਨ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੰਪੋਜ਼ੀਅਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਈ ਖਾਲੜਾ ਜੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਲੜਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਸ਼ਹਾਦਤ ਦਾ ਜਾਮ ਪੀ ਗਏ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਨਕਸ਼ੇ ਕਦਮਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦਿਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਹਿਊਸਟਨ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੇਕਸੂਰ ਬੰਦੀ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਹਾਈ ਲਈ ਹਾਰਾ ਨਾਰਾ ਮਾਰਿਆ। ਦੂਸਰਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਅਤੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿਧਾਂਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਸਕੇ। ਤੀਸਰਾ, ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਬਣਾਈਏ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ੰਕੇ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬਚਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਸਕੀਏ। ਜਬ ਲਗ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਰਹੇ ਨਿਆਰਾ, ਤਬ ਲਗ ਤੇਜ ਦਿਓ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਾ, ਜਬ ਇਹ ਗੇ ਵਿਪਰਨ ਕੀ ਰੀਤ, ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ ਇਨਕੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਤ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸੀ ਸਾਡਾ 4th ਗਰੁੱਪ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਚਲੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ, ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਿੰਪੋਜ਼ੀਅਮ ਕਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। 5th ਗਰੁੱਪ 'ਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚੀ ਹੈ ਸਹਿਜ ਕੌਰ, ਜਿਨੇ ਕਿ ਲੋਕਲ ਸਿੰਪੋਜ਼ੀਅਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸਥਾਨ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ, ਬਟ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਦਾ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਲੈਵਲ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਫਸਟ ਮੀਨ ਸ਼ੀ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਫਸਟ ਵਨ ਹੂ ਨੋਜ਼ ਦੈਟ ਸ਼ੀ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਦ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ। ਸੋ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਅੱਜ ਫਸਟ ਆਣਗੇ ਚਾਰੋਂ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ 'ਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫਸਟ ਪਲੇਸਮੈਂਟ will go to the international, and you have to make that decision today because I have given sometimes 1 week, sometimes 2-3 days, and nobody comes back to me to tell whether they are going or not going. So you will tell me today you are going to the international, which is the first weekend of August. And I think if I'm right, it is 3rd is the Thursday, August, that everybody is going to go to North Carolina this year. Okay, and all the details will be given to you, but all first place winners today will leave me their names and also their phone numbers and emails so that I can send it to the international coordinator this weekend. ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ 5th ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ ਸਿੱਖ ਵੇ ਆਫ ਲਾਈਫ, ਸਿੱਖ ਰਹਿਤ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ। So that will be very interesting to see at international level how the kids are talking about the Sikh way of life. So I always encourage the 4th group kids to always listen and stay even for the international level. Even if you are done 3rd group or 4th group, please stay and listen to the 5th group discussion because that should be your target. And again, the participants, you all have done a great job. Now it's just the placement for 2nd, 3rd. Please, 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 I request you humbly, reaching to Texas level and competing here is not that easy. You can ask the judges about it. Our almost all the results are made, and we are going to ask you just ਲੰਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਆਓਗੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਸੈਰੇਮਨੀ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ. And I was also gonna say big thanks to Harchint Singh, Resham Singh and Manmohan Singh Birji for doing this judging seva. These topics get harder with the age group, and it's very hard to get all the answers to the questions and also get their viewpoint on that topic. So good luck to you all, and just ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਣੇ judges, if you can stay here that will be great. With ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਸੈਰੇਮਨੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. ਹੁਣ just everybody if possible ਬੱਚੋ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਭੀੜ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਹਾਲ 'ਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਭੱਜਿਓ ਨਾ, ਕਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਔਰ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਨਾ ਮਚਾਉਂਦੇ ਫਿਰਿਓ. Please go and have langar so that we can prepare the result. We have to put the names on first position, second position and third